All right, I think we're live.
I believe so.
Right. Hello, everyone, to Division S match for the SMO 80% Open between DannyGeffen and Lightron. This is in Group G of Division S. Yeah, I'm Oracle Guitarist. Got Wizard Polar Bear join me on comms.
What's good?
This should be an exciting race. Only 30 seconds of difference in PB, and I know Lightron has had some really good runs recently. I believe last week he had a very solid PB pace, so I think he'll play pretty well, hopefully.
I'm excited to see where things are gonna go. I haven't been able to watch as much of all of these Div S races as I would like to, and kind of got in this on a whim. But you know, it'll be great.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we can't have a little bit of fun.
I haven't watched every single one. I've just calmed like a good 5 or so far. So
yeah, I got you.
And as the runners are about to start in a second here, I'd like to take a look and see how I want to pull up the bracket because it will have all of the points so far, which is really important for Division S, of course. Lightron is leading Group G with 135 points right now, and DannyGeffen is currently in 3rd place, so to kind of make up, like, he's a whole, like, 50 points behind 1st place, so to make up, behind 2nd place, so a win would be pretty necessary to get, to jump up in placement at least. I mean, it's more so because he's only had one match so far, against Salmon.
No, I guess yeah.
Yeah. No, that's correct.
One race to 3 races does make it a little bit difficult to compare.
Yeah, that is true. Though despite that, Lightron is still have quite a huge lead in terms of points.
Lead in Group G. I would have to agree. He seems to be playing very well.
Yeah.
And they're off! Let's go.
Yes, they are.
Good luck to the runners.
I've never seen someone 2 runners start so accurately in comparison to each other.
Yeah.
There's
did jump dive?
Sync them, Dansta. How did you sync them so fast? Usually they don't get synced until like the end of cap.
Dansta's probably got it down to a science by now.
Dansta like
Dansta has locked in. He's got it figured out. That's why I'm the GOAT racer.
That's probably the case here. Dansta.
Tagging yourself after that's crazy, by the way, Dansta.
But yeah, pretty close so far, but Danny's gonna take a good time loss here with a missed hydrophobia and taking a bonk. So not a good way to mess up that.
Bit tragic, but still obviously very early in the run.
I actually didn't even see if Lightron went for it or not, but he obviously got a cleaner frog room.
Yeah.
Both going for a triple jump left side. Lightron hits it well. Danny squeaking it out. Alright, and just like that, done with Cap. That is a good point, Pro. I actually opened up... I just noticed I opened up the wrong stat sheet. I opened up PivD by accident.
Oh my word, this is a... I knew this stat sheet was gnarly, I didn't think to look at it. Whoops. Should have done that. It kind of looks like the only real time difference was just the missed hydrophobia and the bonk that Danny had in the start of Frog Room. Other than that, they've been playing like identically.
Yep. It's, no trouble at the start of Cascade from either runner. Lightron and Danny both gonna skip out on DSS here.
Danny throwing his hands up in confusion as to what whatever movement he did following First Moon.
Hopefully Danny without DSS will still be okay for DSTA. He'll probably have to play pretty well throughout the rest of this Cascade because his cap was like a... Oh, actually he's not on the sheet for some reason. But I think it was like a mid 2-2x, so he'll still have to play really well for the rest here.
I don't know what kind of offset Danny had for...
without DSS, they'll use like a different offset, of course, but...
Yeah.
225 is still make us a bit tight.
It's a bit of a rough one to work with.
Lightron gonna go for chest clip. Danny will be going for a bit of a miss spin pound. Lightron doing it successfully. Danny, that should work as well.
Yep.
Alright, so not a bad cascade from either runner. Still just like solid 4 or so seconds of difference.
It was all tying back to that hydrophobia from Danny.
Yeah. That's 532 there. Exit, I imagine he's totally fine for DSTA. Danny, exactly 5 seconds behind about. I'm certainly gonna see the most advanced sand rats here with reverse town as Lightron setting up for it. Stays about 3 seconds over the normal DSTA route. Runners after collecting the seed moon gonna head to the pipe.
Looks like they're both good in terms of DSTA.
Yeah. Yeah, Danny had a pretty good cascade, so
yeah,
definitely didn't affect his chance of making it. And now probably the most difficult part here, at least in a race, is getting this bird with the triple jump. Lightron ends up hitting it out to go back up, and that is going to shorten his lead just a tiny bit. So yeah, Lightron could have gone worse, but you can see just like that, Danny's kind of almost made up his time loss. See some different movement for Icicle. It was Shireen bounce there from Danny. I have not seen someone do that in a long time.
Shireen bounce for that arch stresses me out to watch. It just does not feel like it should work. Dram coming up.
Dram.
1 and 2. All right, making it look easy.
Mm-hmm. Right now, of course, plot clip route. Bullthorner's gonna be skipping that moon and getting it later. I mean, we can roughly do it based on the screen. Like, it shouldn't be too, like, I imagine Dance is doing a pretty good job syncing it, so just go based on the
Dance is a warrior, everybody. You all need to give him the biggest thanks you can muster.
Looks like Danny had a tiny bit of a slowdown getting reverse Jaxie, but he still gets the bullet bill manip.
Yep.
Hopefully both runners have good platform cycles here.
It looks like Lightron's got a bit of a rough one, I think.
Bit better for Danny. You can see he just gets to clip right
that
away.
Actually that was enough to take the lead, even if only a little.
Yeah.
Danny said his timer is synced with the on-screen one. So that is good to know.
I'm not sure what happened with Lightron, why his platform cycle was not that good. Must have missed some coins earlier because he's being extra careful here to get some more.
There's a lot of, I think there's a lot of weird garbo with the camera manip for it. I'm sure something's going on with it for
this camera.
Yeah.
Because the section, like, I mean, apart from High on Bird, the sand was not that bad, but
not at all.
Danny looking like he'll be getting a 10-13 sand exit. Or sorry, 10-11. Bad, can't do math. About 5 seconds behind for Lightron now, so I mean, just flipped leads totally, like, so Danny made up about 10 seconds time just there in sand. So this is nice. This is, I mean, you know it's going to be a, it's good to have a race that's synced even just into Lake.
Yeah.
Or at least pretty close. Sometimes that doesn't happen, honestly.
Yep, you gotta...
First couple kingdoms.
Yeah, gotta keep everybody on your toes. Triple jump Lake?
Jump, like, I think that works.
I think so.
You got a big up warp.
Yep.
Yep. I don't think it works from Lightron. He was way too low.
Nope.
Now having some trouble with... Yeah,
gets
a fake clip. Had some trouble setting it up and then accidentally rolled forward on a fake clip. Finally gets it, though. Danny gonna increase his lead by a couple seconds.
Pretty standard lake from here on out. Not a whole lot to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now the triple lake is out of the way, it's just you know, mostly just not too much that can go terribly wrong.
Yeah.
Rest of the route's pretty easy. Danny fishing up with the camera clip, yeah. I mean, very solid rate lake from him.
Is that 1252-ish?
Yeah, I believe so. And like he got a 10-11, so I'm gonna be getting a 13-12. Yeah, he got a 12-52 from a 10-11, so it's a 241 lake. That's really good. That's really freaking good for a race.
Yeah.
Lightron now 19 seconds behind. 18.
Pro over here deciding that Danny is the most Dutch person.
Well, as far
your
as
thoughts, Danny?
As far as this tournament's concerned, I guess so, but I can't speak for all Dutch people in the world.
I guess I can't either. Pro, I'll leave that to you, dog. You start looking around. You go talk to every Dutch person and let me know what you think after.
He'd have a better chance than us, but he is German himself.
Fair enough.
Alright, both runners heading to Wooden now. I mean, if there were a kingdom, if we wanted to see some, if we were going to have more lead changes, this would be it.
Yeah.
We got 3 different out-of-bounds clips to, 3 different out-of-bounds clips to deal with, and lots can go wrong on each one. Alright. Runners finish Tree Movement. Danny should be getting that clip here.
Looks like it.
Goes for the wall jump on out of bounds instead of the long jump.
Got Lightron following very closely behind.
That's really good out of bounds movement from Danny. No issues on ramp either. Nice cap return jump. Yeah. Oh, Lightron
turning with the out of bounds
back quite late and did a bit of a risky backup, but got it. Danny gets through what can be a more challenging section wooded and a no reset, because if you fall at any point there, you're losing a ton of time, if not completely killing the run. So, and Danny will be setting up for Maze Clip.
Oh, that looks like it works. Oh, nope.
That was interesting.
It kind of looked like it, but I also have a really hard time telling.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of made Maze clips that look just like that, but you can fake clip on all those triple jump clips, so
yeah.
Or at least just get it so that you look like you do. Lightron maybe had some chance to make up some time if he went for it, but chooses not to.
That didn't look like it at all. Pro, we both have like 104 and 105. I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry, that was mean. I take that back.
Alright. Dan gonna be headed into tower. Yeah, even without without Maze Clip, Danny still maintain a solid lead here.
Yeah, looks like they are about a whole tower, or they use a whole tower ahead.
It was really good movement to nut around the corner. Wow.
Yeah, making it look much easier.
Yeah. good vector with the buffer jump and everything. Now I'll have Danny set up for pipes. I mean, almost certainly go for pipes clip if he went for mace clip. Expect Lightron to at least attempt it here as well. Ooh, Lightron taking a bonk there, and that's not going to work from Danny. So, Danny doing okay without the clips, but certainly missing a little bit of that time save. Let's see if Lightron
one-flooded pipes apart.
Get the. He's doing normal cycle, so I think he's not going to attempt it. Yeah, does not attempt the clip. Yeah, Danny, pretty solid. Getting a 505 wooded. You know,
about a 28-second difference after that.
For only doing for only getting nut clip at least, pretty good. Wooded exit
for sure.
You know, Lightron 30 seconds behind. Now we head to Cloud. No big deal, you just punch Bowser. Danny gets the first fast hack because he's good at the game. He's not a noob. Gets the hen art too, you know. Does a triple jump for the second one.
Dude's just showing off now, come on.
Yep. Alright. Dan was set up for this last phase, and then see him getting out of here. Danny gonna be headed for loss. Lightron trying to get this hen art. Does get it. Does make this fast hit a little tighter, but most runners don't have a ton of problem with it at this level. 1926 for Danny. Going for the dive vault on Meme Tree. Nailing it. Ooh, and this risky RCB that always just... I don't even understand why people do it. Looks like...
Oh my word, and the cool butterfly movement. Dude's making loss look easy. This is not easy.
It's the riskiest strats to be going for in a races, but you know, he's, like I said, he's a gamer. Yeah, Lightron gonna play it a bit safer there, just going for a double jump. Still nice and fast. Going for Kleptomania though. Game nerd, not if you like, not if the Torpedo steals him, which is usually what that's at least from what I've seen. I've watched a lot of runners of this game. Usually when people mess it up, the Torpedo steals them, which is annoying. You might not die, but it's still gonna lose you way more time than you'd be saving. Okay, Danny, pretty solid Lost Kingdom. See if
honestly really clean.
Yeah. Lightron gets reverse Torpedo as well. Now coming up to Cage Triple. Oh no.
That is tragic.
Yeah, Lightron gonna take a biggest time loss so far with missing that moon. Gonna have to come back here, get it as quickly as possible, and then die here to finish off. Quite an annoying moon to miss. Now Danny's gonna have pretty sizable lead. like 21:32 he got. Lightron should be getting like a 20 like a 22 17ish. 22 19. It's now up to
we got 40, Sammy Ha in the chat.
Yeah,
21:35 to 22:19.
Yeah, it's 48 seconds.
Thanks, Sammy.
48 seconds, quite a big, quite a big gap going into Night Metro. I mean, maybe if it were, like, going into, like, late game, we could see, like, quite, like, maybe it would be more likely that Lightron could make up some time, but for the next couple kingdoms, I imagine that the gap's gonna stay quite large, because there's just not anything, like, the most that could really lose, some time for either runner is, like, a Snowdram, but, it's not likely that we're gonna see Lightron come back for a while, maybe at least till, like, luncheon. Danny attempting Giggler and missing it. He also did the not the Goomba heck movement, but, like, the thing that Tyrone does that doesn't have a name. That's really hard.
For anybody wondering, that is the name. It's called the thing that Tyrone does that doesn't have a name. That's what it's called.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Tyron taking a bonk here. I mean, you can make up, like, you know, like 7 seconds if he does Giggler, like, really optimally. Let's see if he gets it here. Okay, he gets clip.
Alright.
Something going well for Lightron, that's good. Because even this Night Metro hasn't been the best. We'll see him grab Krates Moon here. Yeah, and this is what Danny attempted to do. It seems to be, like, quite inconsistent and, like, no resets for some reason. Even though it should theoretically be the same as, like, Chest Clip or Snow Clip. I swear to God, I see people mess this up a lot. See some cool out of bounds and whatnot. Yeah, now Danny just gonna finish up my match. Whoa! Oh my gosh! What a good second phase from Lightron. That was like
that was
super nice.
Gnarly, actually.
That was super nice. Yeah, honestly, he be able to make up a little bit through this Metro. Because now we'll see Danny have to grab the Slots Moon and lose a little bit of time.
Best moon in the game, bench friends. If you disagree, you should quit speedrunning SMO. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's true, Game Nerd. The I guess there's just a lot more. Basically, there's just a lot more variables in Giggler than, like, say, Snow Clip or Chest Clip. No, theoretically they're the same. It's just like your positioning in that first play is gonna affect it a lot. Yeah, so of course Danny gonna have to get the Slots Moon. Lightron we're gonna see grab the shop instead and be able to skip that moon in the girder that Danny got. Ooh, it's gonna be a bit of a rough time loss here as Danny ends up diving backwards. He's gonna have to just skip the bullet bill capture. I'd imagine he will. So that's gonna be quite another like 10 or so seconds, maybe a little less from Danny.
Ooh, no. That could have gone
Vaults
much
right
worse.
into that moving platform. Okay, thankfully he does make this jump second try.
Bit of a rough bullet building, though.
Probably 10 plus seconds of time loss. I already see, like, Lightron's creeping up just a little bit.
Yeah. He's one bullet building behind.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, somebody, what's bullet building BTT?
Oh my gosh. Danny. Falling down again. Just quite a rough metro. Oh no, Lightron.
Oh no.
Just as I'm saying, like, it taking a chance to make up some time takes an even worse time loss here, taking a death. Sometimes that is what happens. You think, like, oh, this is the chance to make up some time, and then, like, the other runner makes a big mistake.
Yeah.
It's something I've noticed a lot.
It truly is a tragedy.
So Danny probably still gonna maintain his lead despite having a really rough split. Just because Lightron's death was so much time loss. Let's see, Danny opts not to go for reverse peoples.
Thanks, Pro. I appreciate it. What am I gonna do with that information? I don't know, but but thanks. I did ask. I'm not gonna deny that.
Yeah, Danny, even with that metro being as rough as it was, still gets like a 29 OX. I'd imagine like his best possible time might still be in the 58 range. Just depends on how good his summon best is. Definitely probably above PB, but I imagine his, like, if I had to take just a rough guess, it's probably like, oh, it's 58 flat, wow. I thought it would be, like, above PB.
So you're telling me it's possible, Pro. It could happen.
Nonetheless, like, what really matters is that he's on pace for a 58 here, for sure.
For sure. 29.55 from Lightron.
I'm surprised it was that low with, like, that bad of a day metro.
Yeah.
That bad of a metro from him.
A death in bullet building is nothing to scoff at.
Okay. Yeah, Lightron. 46 seconds behind. 59.11 BPT. Yeah. So Danny entering shop here, he's gonna be going for ICC. Alright. Yep, just nice standard movement and Chivalry here from Danny, like you said. Hopefully this ICC goes well for him, because that's the only time I've seen it in Division S so far. I have seen it take quite a lot of tries. It's definitely that thing where if you don't get the setup first time, like you'll end up retrying it over and over again. Pretty precise. Like Ron ends up missing the clip there, but it's only about a second. Yeah, he should. He's not gotten the Shotman yet. So he will be not going for the clip here, ICC. Oh, and Danny letting us know in chat that he does not remember how to do it, so this should be entertaining.
All right.
Of course, like with how speedrunning logic works, he's gonna get it like first try here. I'm just
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I'm cursing,
Dude's...
but you know what? It's just
Dude's...
it's way too destined to happen. It feels like the stars are aligning.
Dude's about to like eyeball it. Dude, setupless ICC.
Totally just like destroy this first time. Because sometimes that's what happens in speedrunning.
Yep.
But let's see.
He's just gonna dive straight through the corner.
What? He's going for
He tried. He tried.
Okay, he's trolling us because he's going for setupless. Like this doesn't even count. Why is he doing? Why is he not doing the setup? What's the point of this? No.
He said he don't remember. Oh God! Okay, what on earth?
Finally,
I'm not trolling. I do that in runs. Danny, what? Best
crazy.
He said setup was ICC all first try. That's gnarly, dude.
Yeah, bro, just kind of bro casually is expecting me to know that he does the strat that Tyron doesn't even go for.
He said,
I mean, he's got to save that 2 seconds by not doing
I was joking when I said you were going to eyeball it. I didn't expect you to actually just go for it. Gnarly work, though, Danny.
Yep. He's a setupless ICC guy. Yeah. Yeah, also did setupless Snowdram, Lightron, getting first try Snowdram set up. Yeah, still pretty solid lead here. Definitely took, maybe like 10 or so seconds of time loss on ICC though. Alright, now we have Seaside. If DannyGeffen loses his lead in Seaside, he might have to quit the game forever.
I was about to say, not a lot you can really mess up here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he can be ahead with clipping back in on, like, the fish clip out of bounds, so it's probably
that fine. Could happen.
He
not likely.
Yeah, Sammy being so helpful. About a 45-second lead, if I'm doing math correct.
Thanks, Sammy. Is somebody paying this guy? Might not hurt. He's putting in the work.
Yeah, the prize pool. Yeah, I mean, like, we do have like $1 million pool here, so I mean, Sammy should get like a chunk.
Yeah, you can give him something. You could take a little piece out for him. No, you just want to do it? No, Sammy, I mean, we're doing this for ourselves so that we feel better about you putting in so much work,
Mm-hmm.
And so that you can pay your taxes to the government on the money that we give you from the $1 million prize pool.
Unless Danny ends up missing the clip here. It looks like he's having a rough time. I don't think he's gotten a single... Like, he's only gotten, well, he did get ICC a couple tries, but on all the clips, he only has one shot at. It's, he's only gotten nut clip and chest clip. Other than that, he's kind of had trouble with some of these more difficult clips.
Yeah.
Lightron ends up missing the clip as well. Looks a little frustrated himself. Maybe he thought, maybe he did something that, just frustrated on fish and dip.
I understand.
Maybe he was close to getting it, but messed up somehow.
Could be.
It looked like his positioning was good. Something like there. See totally what happened. Danny gonna be getting 37.05 about Seaside. Lightron finishing up with Fish Clip here. Alright. And like I was saying, throughout like these mid-game kingdoms, not like a ton that can really swap such a big lead, but honestly Luncheon would be the place to do it, especially just in no reset. No reset.
Luncheon is Luncheon is a bit of a dangerous place to be. A lot could happen.
Especially with Spiritless Route.
For sure.
Mistake can be quite big. Nice starting movement there from Danny, though. Nice salt triple, nice movement up to this second moon. Now see him skip around the Spirit Arena. Alright. And now Lunch Kingdom really starts to go.
Yeah.
Wire. Like, even just here after his Forks Room, I'll see him do Forkless, which dying here, you know, this strat's quite difficult, and dying here is probably one of the most common ways to see people lose time. And right as I say that, Danny has a bit of trouble getting this roll can spots, but as that's happening in Lightron, like I said, sometimes mistakes kind of line up with each other in weird ways. Lightron taking some damage on Salt Triple. Quite an annoying strat to back up, because you kind of have to do the trick with no speed then. Danny taking time loss on the ground pound moon, but now champ slots, no problems. Alright. Now, after he grabs this Salt Pound Moon, ooh, Lightron. Yeah, having a tough time so far on Luncheon, alright. Taking some more damage. This Forkless can go well. Oh no. Ah.
That is rough.
Misses the RCB really, really badly. Just totally misses Cappy with no speed, and you know, you have to take said death here. Quite a lot of time loss. 15-second death or so. And attempts the RCB again and misses it again in almost the exact same way.
Not fun to see.
Danny gonna increase his lead by a bit. For sure.
Well, third time's the charm.
Gets the trick properly. Now see Danny doing this movement out of Forks without the lava bubble. Pretty fun trick to do in my opinion. Now, more difficult parts with him juggling these turnips. While maintaining your speed. It's quite difficult. Yeah. Danny playing pretty cleanly, honestly. Now, the real time loss can happen this last section here, of course, with this invisible jump. I was more, even though the jump is not like super difficult, it's, you know, just one of those things that's inevitably gonna kind of freak you out.
Yeah. The first one, I think you're being... No, I know you're not being paid. I'm saying you should be paid, you know? Putting in the... I mean, Danster should probably also be getting paid, poor guy.
Alright.
Danny getting Invisblock jump.
Yeah. And this dive vault, too.
Honestly, just a really, like, clean luncheon. Like, I don't know if there's anything that, like, comes to mind that really went horribly wrong.
Probably only lost about 3 or 4 seconds, so...
Yeah.
This is still probably 58 bowl, because the rest of Luncheon's not that bad.
Yeah.
Magma Room can't really lose you too much. And Timer Challenge, unless you play really risky and die, should be fine. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I'm the biggest...
You shouldn't have said anything.
Cursor. I am the biggest cursor of all time, actually, because I don't think I've ever seen someone die there.
Oracle, I think you need to. I think you need to quit from commentary.
I've actually never seen someone die there.
I haven't either. That is rough.
Always par for the course. But
we will now be muting Oracle guitarist for the rest of this round.
Yeah, I mean he's still gonna be ahead because Lightron took 2 deaths. Okay, well, he stays alive there, at least. Lightron taking another death.
Rough lunch.
Kind of a really rough. Even with Danny taking a death, so now the run is no longer 58able. It definitely would have been with no deaths in the magma sub area of all places. But,
yeah, very peculiar place to
probably
take a death.
Lost him like a good 20. So, but now, solid like sub-hour pace for sure for Danny, unless like the world crumbles or like he dies and ruined, or to TDSS.
You shouldn't have said anything about dying to ruined. You never know what's gonna happen now.
Yeah. I'm call me commentators first. He won't die in ruin.
All right.
Though I mean, if he did, it would be great content. Like even if he just even if he do it on purpose, like you know what, we can all agree that sometimes it's worth it for those YouTube vids, right?
Danny, I think he's asking you to off yourself and ruined while you're at it.
It's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah.
On Twitch. These Twitch mods might be lurking in the shadows.
They're about to pop out from my curtains. Leave me alone, I swear, I'm fine. I'll cool it.
I'm like about 2 minutes, almost 2 minutes in difference now. Without that luncheon for Lightron. Lost like over a minute.
$43.32 to $45.03. Thanks, Sammy.
And a half. Yeah, Ruined is the most exciting kingdom in the world, as you can see. I was so excited I barely did anything. Yeah.
Couldn't even contain your excitement.
Yeah. Yeah, Danny be on pretty solid sub-hour pace without anything super bad happening. Like it would basically need like 2 DSS death.
Lightron is officially a dragon behind. These are the measurements we need to be locking in. Forget 30 seconds or a minute and a half or whatever. I want to.
Yeah.
We've got to start talking in dragons.
We should have all of the measurement systems in the world like be based on Ruined Kingdom Dragon. Like,
exactly.
Like like I don't know, that dragon, like how much do you think it weighs? Like
it's got to be something gnarly. I'm 1/1500th of a ruined dragon. That's how much I weigh.
He's like bigger than any animal, so I think he weighs probably at least like 3 like blue whales.
Yeah, he's
so whatever that is, we can just say is a Ruined Kingdom dragon in terms of weight.
You hear that, Miyamoto? You gotta lock in the Ruined Dragon's canonical weight. I'm waiting.
Alright, Danny with very solid start to bunnies. Nice movement on the ogre. Coming up to shards. Probably the most potential for mistakes in the first half of Bowser's Kingdom for sure. Just a lot going on, a lot that can kind of screw you over.
Shards sure is a battle.
Mm-hmm.
Making dive back look easy.
Mm-hmm. This new Shards Moon as well. The best name strat ever, because the strat that's 4 years old is really new. Okay. Yep, just nice shards from Danny. He's shaping up to be a really good bunnies, as long as he, like, honestly just hits our Bomba here. And Bowser Dram as well. Around finishing up Ogre, Danny. Yep. Again, making stuff look easy. It's that, it's Bowser Dram, no issue. Alright. Controversial doing Harry at first. Alright, now setting up for Zarbomba. Didn't even have to readjust his angle. And once again, yeah. This is like a really, really good bunnies pace.
It's a good bunnies. The Harry at first is goated. I'd have to agree.
I mean, I do it personally, but honestly, the only real reason I did Harry at first is because that's like what the majority of people do.
I feel like
it's like
it
roughly
just
like
makes sense.
80%.
Yeah.
So
Topper first gives left-handed energy. That's fair.
I wish I had remembered his like exact ruined exit, because that bunnies was like super good. Like really the only time loss I saw is that he did a bit of a ledge grab there into top arena, but like that's, you know, like a second maybe. So I mean maybe that was even like a sub like it was like only like 1 or 2 off gold.
Sammy, what was it? What was it? Oh, 403.
403 Danny.
Thanks Daniel.
DannyGeffen, I just remember. You know what? I honestly thought it was Danny for a second, and I had to do a double take.
if the name of his color wasn't, or the color of his name wasn't different, I wouldn't have picked that up.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
Yeah. So I mean, 403 bunnies. I have to check what his.
That is pretty darn good.
Gold is now.
Daniel, what's his gold?
I got it. I can.
Okay, never mind. Don't take this away from Oracle. He has to redeem himself after, you know, commentator's curse.
Where is this? 58. Where the hell is Danny?
Somewhere. Oh wait, is he not in the bracket or something? I think people were talking about that. I don't know.
Oh, here he is. Okay, his gold for bunnies is a 359. So that was.
So that is
off gold.
Yeah.
2.5, 3 seconds off gold.
Like that ledge grab and some change.
Yep. Lightron. Look, he messed up with his topper a bit. Yeah, gonna have to pull a miracle if he's gonna be winning here, but it's gonna if he keeps it relatively close though, he'll still rack up some points and maintain first place pretty well.
Danny might miss Moon Cave skip, you never know.
That would be like 50 seconds, but like a 2DSS death is like, depending on how many, and if it's like your first try, it would be like 40 minimum, and if you've taken multiple tries, it would be more. I think Lucid lost something like 3 minutes to DSS, 2DSS in his first run.
I saw that. I was really confused. I was going to message him and ask what's going on, dog? What was that about? But ideally, we won't see that again today.
Okay. Danny had a very nice mech fight. Now I'm gonna be headed out of Bowser's to see if Lightron follows suit. Yeah, I'd like a tiny bit of slowdown on crates, but otherwise it's been a good mech split. Gets a hit on Rango well. Now coming up to top required. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I would say like messing up this is even more annoying than messing up Tar. Just kind of a little bit tighter to get back on. So pretty unfortunate. Just diving to run place and missing topper. Alright, later on I'm gonna set up for target acquired. Okay,
that was
fast back
a little
up at least, yep.
Interesting.
Danny,
okay, so was that commentator's curse on my part?
For what?
About messing up Moon Cave skip?
I mean, he messed up in the sense that he lost like 4 seconds when
I
he's
guess.
already like super far ahead.
Would have been
that as like
much worse.
we had a curse like earlier this tournament where someone ended up dying in pillars and that flipped the race, so
that's tragic.
Not really a huge deal. Nice first fast out there from Danny. Do you know Lightron's Moon Gold's about a 457? Or like low 4 OX? I can't remember exactly, but it's like you should be roughly on like 101 OX BPT. Makes sense. Luncheon and Bowser's kind of screwed him over. In the back half of this race.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm crazy. I can check his best possible time on the sheet.
Oh god, there. That is in there.
Oh, it's screwed up. Never mind. It says it says 53:17.
No, he can do it. Trust.
Got it, guys.
Trust. He's about to find like a skip that saves
it only passed,
-4
like,
minutes.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, guys. That time only passed like 4 minutes ago. Yeah. Like.
Yeah. He can still pull it off.
Subtract all this time. All right.
He's gonna go straight from Chapel to
Danny on a solid sub-hour pace, heading to escape. As long as it's got nothing crazy happens on GSS here, I mean, just go on the pipe and be, you know, lame. I say that as if I do 2DSS.
Come on, Danny, do 2DSS. Do 2DSS, Danny. Yeah.
We're not done yet. Got some of the more difficult jumps coming up here. Okay.
Yeah! Thanks, Danny.
I don't even think that last one that he messed up is the more difficult one. I think it's that last one around the corner.
I thought last jump was brutal. Maybe I'm crazy.
I think that was the 7th one he messed up, and the hardest is like the 6th.
Hey, someone who does 2DSS, tell us what are the hardest ones on there?
It's second, first of all. Second's really hard.
Second, okay, I believe that.
Second and sixth.
Second and sixth. Second and second last. Is that 6th?
Yeah.
I believe it. I'm not doubting your knowledge, Oracle. Just so we're on the same page.
Yeah, here's...
And sometimes 5th. Thanks, Propro.
Danny... Yeah, I believe that's like a 59-16 or 15 if he has really good mashing. Okay, it's 16. Very high 16.
GG's to DannyGeffen.
Yeah, solid run. Less than a minute off PB, even with a lot of mistakes in multiple kingdoms.
A death in Luncheon.
Death in Luncheon. He had like a very rough Metro. Didn't get any of the clips in Wooded. Like, I think that run definitely. Lightron. Pace for 101. I don't think he normally goes for 2DSS.
Come on, Lightron, do 2DSS.
He will.
Yeah!
We'll give it an attempt here.
Thanks, Lightron.
Oops. Messing up in the same place as Danny. To retry. Okay, now he's just gonna go in the pipe.
Taking the pipe. Alright.
A little unfortunate.
I appreciate the effort, Lightron.
Even with that, he'll still be getting a solid chunk of points to keep his lead in the division.
That was cool too.
Again, so I think with 2 minutes party, I'm not sure the exact map, but I'm almost certain that with 2 minutes of difference, he'll still get some point.
Six pillars.
Lightron getting a 101.40, 39. 39 or 38 probably. 38.
Alright. GG's Lightron.
Okay, so DannyGeffen wins by solid 2 minutes 20 seconds. 101.38 from Lightron, and yeah, 59.16 from Danny. Okay. Nice race. Nice race. GG to both runners. Let's see if either of them
everybody?
stop by. Looks like Danny will be stopping by. Okay. Hello, Danny. GG.
Hello.
Welcome, Danny.
Thank you.
Yeah, GG on your run.
And welcome, Lightron.
And GG as well.
GG, Lightron.
Yo, GG's, Danny.
GG's.
Really well played.
Thank you. You too. For the most part. Apart from... what even
yeah,
went wrong in your run? I think I was kind of looking on the side. Was it luncheon that was like the worst part?
Yeah, but well, I got many deaths pretty dumbly. One in North, one in Metro, 3 in Luncheon. I fell off mech, but yeah, it was pretty dumb. But yeah, I was pretty stressed about your gameplay because I was looking at your path and like, wow, you were playing so well. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try my best to catch up. But yeah, it was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG's.
Yeah.
It's a very, very fun race.
Yeah.
Congratulations to both of you, regardless.
I just wanted to say mainly that for Danny, like, I think that run definitely shows your potential, like, even with, like, as many mistakes you had, less than a minute off PB. Like, Metro especially was really rough for you.
Yeah, that was about 25 seconds. Luncheon was about 30 seconds. Snow was about 20 seconds. So there you have a PB by like 20 seconds, and it doesn't even count the 20 seconds I was off my best Cascade exit. So, yeah, I mean it was a good run. I'm actually super happy with this performance. It was good.
Yeah. All right. I mean, for the run, obviously, like, you know, it didn't go quite as well, but I mean, I'm not sure if either of you are familiar with the points system. We're out. Lightron, do you know how many? It's 16 points. All right. So you'll still be able to keep your lead in division, in your division at least.
Yeah, because Lightron, from what I saw, you played really well in your other 2 races, didn't you?
Yeah, I won both with Sabars, but my last race against Diego, he got a pretty good time as well, so I didn't win that much points. But you still have 1 match left, Danny, right?
Yeah, I do in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, so you will be able to get the lead for the group.
Oh yeah.
And I wish you luck.
I don't think I don't think the brackets didn't do, but I'm calming that next race so I can give everyone the exact match, because it would be pretty tight between you and Diego heading to that last one. But
what did I think that was like a minute difference, I think.
You got 74. You got 74.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah. All right. Other than that, yeah, nice race, guys. GG's both of you. Thanks for stopping by.
I might go one more thing. I'm pretty happy with that kind of first try to DSS.
You know, you made me. I was glad you both went for it. That made me. That was fun to see.
I was maybe the same, but I took it instead of getting it. Unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. All right. See you guys next race coming up in about 20 minutes here. So Danny going up against Salmon.
I'll go get a drink and do my next race.
All right.
See you guys.
Yeah. Good luck.
Bye-bye, everybody.